how to save time and actually earn money online. So this works for people who are already in the money making space, but they want to save more time, or people that are wanting to join this space and they don't see how they can possibly have enough time to be able to do this. We're going to break it down and go through all the pieces. I'm going to go in on both sides depending on where you are in your journey, so that way I can explain everything and help everybody out. So make sure to watch to the end. Let's talk about the fact that if you are a new marketer, I was actually brand new. When I started in this space, I actually was working 7 days a week, and I wanted to find a way to actually earn online, to be able to help pay some extra bills. That's what my main thing is. Like, if I could just get a couple extra $100 a month, it would make groceries so much easier to afford. And that's all I really wanted to do. Not sure what to do. So finding a program, finding something where you can actually be very specific in your target, exactly what you're doing, because the main thing that you really want to focus on in everything that you're doing is you want to do your income driving activities every single day. That way, if you don't get to your other things, that's okay, because you did the things that are important. What are income driving activities? Those are things that are actually going to make you money, like doing posts where you're actually talking about your products, or reaching out to customers, responding to emails, responding to comments. Those are income driving activities. So you want to make sure those are taken care of every day. Then when you have extra time, that's when you work on other things, learn, do all the other little pieces, and you can work that in. That way you can make it work with your schedule and what you're doing. I am going to give you a little tip there. This is the biggest tip that I have actually used myself personally, is I want you to actually write on sticky notes. I want you to put your whys. I want you to write them on sticky notes and place them around your house. Because here's the thing, you're going to have some of those days where you come home and you are tired and you are exhausted, and you honestly, you say, I don't want to do it. Look at your why, because that will keep you going. If you stop and you start looking at those and going, I don't want to do it, you're not going to be successful and see the success that you want to see. So many opportunities that are out there for newbies, for beginners, where you can get started, where a lot of the stuff is actually done for you. So it saves you a lot of time. There's a lot of different ways. I recently just partnered with a Done For You business. They do a lot of the pieces. They do the email marketing. They make your products for you. They do so much, and it saves you a lot of time. And so it's something that works really well if someone is already working, and they don't want to have the time to be able to create products, or, build sales funnels and build websites. That can all be done for you. So there's a lot of different options. There's courses to resell. There's just a lot of different things that people can do. So now, if you are an experienced digital marketer and time is your issue, this is one thing that I can tell you. You've been doing this for a while and trying to figure out how you can work that in with your family, with your business, with working, whatever you're doing, and be able to get things done. I'm going to give you some little tips and some things that I do. Come back to those sticky notes. That's a really good thing, because I'm going to tell you, some days when you get home, you're tired and you don't feel like putting in that extra hour of work or doing some stuff at that point. You need the sticky notes too. We all do. It's all about that mindset. It's all about keeping that and going forward and making sure that you keep doing those little pieces, keep plugging in. So remember those whys, so that way you make sure that you keep working. These notes in your phone need to become your best friend. Whenever you have ideas, if you're at work, if you're somewhere else, you have ideas, put it into your notes. This is going to save you time, because you're going to have content ideas. Keep that. That's going to make things a lot easier for you, because you know exactly what you're going to talk about. I'm going to tell you, if you're an experienced marketer, here is the thing. Most people have not seen every single piece of your content. So go back a month or two and repeat your content. I'm not saying just copy and repaste it. What I'm saying is recreate that content. If it did well, make another video. Do it that way. Especially on TikTok and some of the other platforms, you do want to be really careful, because if you do not make the content original, it will not show it to other people. So you want to make sure that you just make it again, just repeat it, but do it differently a lot of time. Because basically what you want to make sure you're doing is that you're making your pieces of content, that you're putting that out there, because this is your digital store. This is how people find you. If you don't post, they don't find you, they don't see you. How are they going to know what you have to offer? So this has to be done all the time. So that's a good way to constantly make sure you have content ideas, that way you can repeat things and you're not having to come up with new things every single time. If my Facebook group, if you actually go to the top of the page, you're going to see the file section. There are hooks that are listed there. Use some of those hooks, use the content, grab the hook, you make your content from your list or from previous content, and then relate that to what you're trying to promote. That way you can get your posts out quickly and you can do those. Another great tip is, if you ever have time on the weekend, a couple of hours, set aside some time and make your content for the week. If you were busy, and you're busy like how I was when I was starting and I was working all the time, I was working 7 days a week, but there were a couple of days where I would actually get up earlier in the morning, I would stay up later at night, and I would try to batch all my content. That way then on other days, I could actually have those days off completely. completely. So there's a lot of different ways to work on it, but my biggest thing is it's that mindset. Believing in yourself, believing that this is important, and believing that your goals will be reached. Understand that goals sometimes it can take a while to reach. It can take some time because everybody learns at different paces. So you want to make sure that you keep that why. Look at those sticky notes. Message if you want to learn more about my Done For You business because you do want to save a little more time on that front. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, and I hope that this helped out. Have a good day.